Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got these two guys here with me. I've got the Shirogorov Custom Division Neon NL and the Shirogorov Custom Division Hation here with me for a quick comparison review. But hey, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of stuff that I'm doing for you guys. So let's quickly check this guy out. Because they are fantastic, and they are like really rare and expensive knives made by Shirogorov knives, and this is like these are two custom divisions right here in the flesh. You've got the Neon NL and the Hation right over here. So basically two titanium frame lock. The Neon has a full titanium scale, in this case with some carbon fiber inlays, and the Hation has just a full carbon fiber scales, no titanium inlays, let's say. Very similar in many aspects, but also very different for some things. Like, for example, if you check just by looking at the show side scale, you're gonna see a little bit of differences. Mainly it's up here. You can see that there's like some chamfer going on over here, and there's nothing going on for the Hation on the right. They have the same size pivot, the same size pivot collar. This is zircon, this is titanium blue anodized. You've got some very cool milling lines going on the titanium here. And you can see maybe some lines milled out here, but less complicated than the Neon NL for sure. And then you go down and you see that the logo is in the same position, a little bit more recessed back for the Hation, and the main difference is going to be the screw. So the Hation has a visible screw in the show side, whereas the Neon NL has it on the back. And as you can assume, this screw just is screwing in directly into the titanium. So from the show side, you also see an extra chamfer going on the back, on the heel of the handle, like over here, and there's nothing going on for the Hation. So just wanted you to notice that. If you check from this perspective, you see that there's one extra angle over here, and it's just like a single radius milling going on for the Hation. Just flip them in the back, and you notice that the flipper tab is basically the same as the same jimping. The Neon has an area which is milled out around the flipper tab to have a little bit more comfort when you just do the push button. It's your fingertip is gonna go a little bit further down, not hitting directly the totality of the scales. In fact, here it's just missing. And then you go on down and check the back spacer, and you see that there's you know, a little bit of differences. Beside the fact that this is titanium and this is zirconium, you see that the back spacer on the Neon is a little bit longer. The gears are wider than these guys, and there's basically one chamfering that is widening up right here. Starting from here, just gradually widening up to the lanyard hole, whereas here you just have one on the side, and that's it. They're both featuring the integrated lanyard hole option here, but as you can see, like from this angle maybe, the Neon has a wider opening, and it's therefore easier to snag like a paracord or something right in that. So just keep that in mind. And then you can see that the Neon is maybe like from this angle like that, they're aligned, so you see that the Neon is a tad longer in the handle. We're gonna check in a second like the overall length for the Neon is like almost 7.75 inches, whereas for the Hation you got 7.5 inches, so just a tad longer. Also, you can see that the blade is just a smidge longer at almost 3.5 inches, and here you've got a little bit less cutting edge at maybe 3.35. So Just keep that in mind. It's not much, but it's a little difference that I wanted to point out. Let's also check the back because there are some differences going on also in the back. Of course, the pivot and pivot color are going to be the same. The milling lines are the same. This is not flush, by the way. These are like micro milling lines going on. Turn on that hit that 4K button and enjoy this really fine milling work happening on the Hation. Also another little difference, you've got the stainless steel lock face insert, which is screwed in from the outside on the Hation and from the inside on the Neon, and they're kind of like flexing and showing the capabilities they have in doing some clean work with the end of the screw. I mean, this is just nuts. Another difference, you've got, of course, you don't have any inlays for the Hation. You got inlays on the Neon NL, of course. External cutout relief for the Neon, and it's internal right over here in the Hation. Both these clips are sporting like a hidden hardware solution, but you can see that there's some extra milling going on the Neon NL, and there's some anodization going on for the Hation. They have both nice profiles, as you can see from here, but I would give the Hation the advantage on the clip. Even if this clip is gorgeous, it's beautiful, but it's a little bit stiffer than this one, so probably a little bit harder to get into the pocket. So from this perspective here, of course, you've got different milling going on for the Hation, but from this perspective here, you can also appreciate a little bit different detail here on the heel, different angles, but we are pretty similar. Let's just quickly check the weight of these two guys. So you have the Hation over here weighing in at 2.6 ounces, and it's a fantastic one. The Neon, it's 3.16, so yeah, it's a little bit heavier because of the titanium scales. There is some extensive skeletonization going on the inside, which is just beautiful, but there is a difference in weight. I'm curious, because that I don't know, to see if there's a difference in the stock thickness. This guy is going to be 0.1330, and let's see the Hation, 0.1330, and this guy is 0.1330, so it's exactly the same stock thickness for these two options. And I mean, the sound, really clacky sound, very similar. Very good sound in both cases. Probably I prefer the Neon. Yeah, it's a little bit snappier. And also, they are both running on single row roller bearings, but I give the Neon like the edge because it has a... You see, you need to wiggle it, but you have to wiggle it less than the Hation, so it has a more buttery feel to it. I mean, you can't really go wrong with any of these two guys. They're both fantastic options from Shirogorov, Neon NL Custom Division, Hation Custom Division. They are fantastic knives. If you can find one of these two, just treat yourself, because you're not gonna be disappointed by any means. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, really, and please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.